There are two ways that we can analyze C and D. First is to analyze the scatter diagram together with the equation, and we try to spot for trend. According to the scatter diagram, as x becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, y seems to tend towards a particular positive value. And if I were to look at the equation that is supposed to be a representation of the curve that we are seeing on the scatter diagram, as x tends to positive infinity, as x becomes bigger and bigger, this entire term will go to 0, which means that y will tend to this value. So if I were to synchronize this, which is d, to the value that it is supposed to tend towards, I know that d got to be a positive value. And for all other values that are of smaller values of x, I can see that the y values are smaller than d, which is the value that it is supposed to tend towards, which means that c over x must be a negative value in order for it to be added to d and give a y that is smaller than d. And at the same time, what is x? X is the power, and when I look at my scatter diagram, I know all the x are positive. So if x is also positive, combining these together, we know that c has to be the one that is negative. This is one way. Another way it is we do a little bit of transformation, graphical transformation. So what we can do is we start with the graph of y is equal to 1 over x. If I were to plot this on my calculator, it is going to look something that is like this. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this. And for the positive value of x, we are going to focus on this portion, but for the curve that we are given, it is going to be a reflection of this about the x-axis, which means that in order for me to reflect it down, I need to multiply this by negative in order for this to go downwards. So if I were to multiply this by a negative value, which from here I can see that it is c, that means if I can go for y is equal to c multiplied by 1 over x and I let c be less than 0, then the graph for the positive region will become something that is like this. Y here, x here, then it will be this. So c will be negative in order for me to get a shape that is similar to what I have on the scatter diagram. Then I'm going to shift this up until when it matches a little bit something similar to this. So in order for me to shift this up, what I'll do is I'll add a positive value to it. Then my curve will be can become something that is like this. This is still the y, this is still the x. And since we want to shift it up, that means d over here must be positive.